Good morning, everybody, and welcome. We have gathered here this morning, your delegates and your clergy, to participate in the first ever virtual diocesan convention in the Diocese of Southwest Florida.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to convention. Here we are once again, looking forward to the day.
Good morning and welcome to convention.
Good morning, welcome to convention.
Good morning and welcome to Iona Hope. We are gathering here to be together for our virtual diocesan convention. This is our report for the year.
The creativity of meeting together in safe ways has given us a maintained strength. I also need to thank the clergy and lay leaders of all of our congregations for creatively thinking of new ways to provide worship, pastoral care, and future vision casting, so as to be the church.
Thank you for your leadership and diligence, and thank you for being here at a time like this.
Hello again, everyone. We've completed our 52nd annual convention, and I must say the virtual convention was very nice to attend to. It was quicker, the voting was easier, and was a delight. I enjoyed the bishop's opening address. He made some very spot-on points again about what we're going through, not only through the pandemic, but also with the social injustice that is going on, and how he supports, I believe, the need to end the systemic racism that goes on in our communities and our world as a whole. But he mentioned these 4 episcopate core values. One, they were the passion for the gospel, having a heart for the lost, and the willingness to do whatever it takes, and the commitment to be with, help one another. And that was very, for me, it was very good to hear that from our bishop, that, you know, the passion for the gospel, as we are very passionate for the gospel here at Iona Hope, and we do have a heart for the lost, not only, you know, the lost that are lost of soul or lost from their homes or whatever, but we as a community at Iona Hope are continually in our outreach, reaching out for those that are lost. And I believe that with all my heart that that's one of the main core values of Iona Hope. And we do share that willingness to do whatever it takes, and we do have a strong commitment to one another and to this church as a whole, as we have witnessed so many times. He also made a very strong case for racial healing, reconciliation, and justice. And, you know, I hope that when we get back together, we can start working strongly with our justice ministry again, for our community in Fort Myers needs it so desperately. It was seen recently with the issue of the homeless that's going on down at Centennial Park. So it was a great convention, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope that you all are all doing well, and I'm saying goodbye for now.
So at the end of the 52nd convention, this is actually my first convention, so it was kind of odd to do it all online. I was at the one where we became a parish back about 10 years ago, so that was a little bit different. It was really good to see that we welcomed a new parish and a new mission church, so it's good to see that the diocese is actually expanding and growing. It was also good to see that Dayspring is thriving and changing, and there was a lot of video that we had about what's going on with Dayspring. It It was also good to see the optimism about what we've learned and the skills that the different parishes have developed over the course of the pandemic. Apparently, all of the churches within the diocese are now streaming online on Sunday mornings. Despite, as Ann Vickers said, this being a statistical anomaly this year, it really is good to see all of the great things that are happening within the Diocese of Southwest Florida. And that's my report.
Hello, everyone. We just finished up with convention, and this being my first experience, it also ended up being virtual, which actually I was very impressed with because, well, they found many different ways. They're very creative in order for us to worship, Bible studies, social things. It's really fabulous the way everything has come together, and as Allison had said, all parishes now have online capabilities. What I really enjoyed was what the bishop had to say. Love thy neighbor and seek the lost. Because, well, it's relevant all the time, but even more so now. The things we do, like wear a mask, social distance, it is all for the love of each other, to protect each other, and I really, really enjoyed that message. And that we're growing, even during this pandemic. Still, we have a new parish, we have a new mission, so it's really wonderful the things that are happening inside the Episcopal Church. And also outreach during this time. Food pantries and many different things. The needs are many out there, and our church is just leading the way, getting these things done to the people who need it. So overall, my first experience was interesting, being virtual. I look forward to maybe an in-person one where I can actually meet people. But if ever have the opportunity to do it, I highly recommend it. Thank you all.
Well, we just finished another diocesan convention. Doing it virtually was something unique and different that I've never been a part of before, but I have to say it went very, very well. Just want to highlight a couple of things. One is it was really great to see that I feel as if Iona Hope has their hand in so much of the good work that's being done in this diocese. It was wonderful to hear that one of our parishioners, Paula Paquette, has been elected to the diocesan council, I believe, and that was wonderful. And it's just really good to see what we're doing. The other thing, too, that came out of the bishop's talk that I felt really good about was our involvement in becoming a beloved community and having this involvement in doing 2 sacred ground classes right now, and to see that the bishop is going to use that class and that format as racism training for anybody that enters into the ordained process for the ordained ministry was really positive and a good thing in the church. And I felt like we were a part of that, which was really wonderful to hear. And then the other thing, as we welcomed a new parish and a new mission into the church, that was always a wonderful celebration. It recalled to me several years ago when I was at Diocesan Convention and saw Iona Hope come in and be welcomed in as a parish. It was wonderful. The bishop also announced to the convention and to the diocese the call for a bishop coadjutor. So he has announced his retirement. And looking ahead at a possible timeline of about 18 months to go through that process, and also possibly staying the full 3 years with the coadjutor, he sees his retirement coming at the end of that as he nears the retirement age of 72. I look about that with mixed emotions. It was with a lot of joy and a feeling of community and accomplishment when I was part of the nominating committee that called Bishop Smith to be our bishop of this diocese. So we wish him well and hope that this process is affirming and a really positive experience for those that will be on the committee. And it was a good day. It was a good day. And I'm proud as always to be a part of this body of Christ.
Good morning. It is great to join with you this morning, and it's been great to be with our delegates to the 52nd Annual Diocesan Convention. First time we've been able to do this as a virtual community. One of the things that impresses me about this and about the way in which the convention went along is that, I'm pulling that down, is that despite it being a virtual convention, with all of the different congregations appearing on the screens, there was also a sense of community. The ability to interact with each other, the ability to vote, the ability to see those people who are there for us, but also just simply in the worship. Even though we had short services of prayer, there was something that I found very connecting in those very brief experiences that to me became the core of our community together during this time. I look forward in the future to the ways in which this year's virtual community and convention will change the way in which we do our governance through this convention in the future. You were in our prayers, you were in our hearts as we did this, and we now offer this as a brief summary of what has happened. Thank you.